here with Stan Marsh. He played defensive tackle for Army between 1978 and 1980. Stan, what was it like playing as Army football back then?
Well, it was a transition period in Army football. We during my time we had 3 head coaches in 3 years: Homer Smith, Lou Saban, and Ed Kavanaugh. So there was a fair amount of turnover, program changes, and assistant coaching changes. So we had a great group, a great core team, a lot of good athletes. We had an ambitious scheduler, so we weren't as successful as often as we would have liked to have been on the football team. On the football field, but it was some of the best friends I've got are right here at this event today as a result of the challenges that we faced back then.
Talk about the competition you played. You told me, Mark May trying to get around, Dan Marino, John Elway. Talk about the competition you played back then.
Some of our scheduling was tough back then. We seemed to have a very high number of well-ranked teams, whether we were going down to Florida playing against Chris Collingsworth back then, or going to Tennessee, or playing against Dan Marino and Pitt a number of years, John Elway, Mark Singletary, Lawrence Taylor. So we played against the Baylor, North Carolina, Stanford crowd, and it made for some great games and a lot of success those years early in the season. Then once we got worn down, we weren't as successful. And unfortunately, we had good success, fortunately, against Air Force during my tenure, but not so much about Navy. They had a good program, Coach Jack Welch, and some good athletes, and got the better of us the 3 years I played.
How about a highlight for you in your Army career? Maybe an individual highlight, if there was one?
Individual highlight, I've got a couple of great memories. I think the best memory I have for the team and for myself was we played. I don't recall being favored, but we played Air Force here at Michie Stadium my first year, and we went out and we laid it to them, and I can't remember the final score. It might have been 41-10 or something along those lines, but it was as good a game and as competitive a team as we could have been, and we really showed what Army football could be, and that more than any individual highlights or successes during the season.
And just how you view the program right now, where you think the program's at right now?
I have to say I think the program's on a very good footing. Disappointed that last year we didn't see more W's than L's, but sometimes having come from an experience of a lack of continuity, I think the continuity that's been brought to the program now, that the team has and that the coaching staff has, the same formations, the same offenses, the same defenses. I really think what Army football is doing now is on the right track, and we're very optimistic about what will happen for 2012.
Yeah, some people think this is going to be the year for Army. How do you see with the team that they have coming back?
Well, we'll see. There's a lot of talent. Lost some good seniors, some good firsties coming in. I think if they take it one game at a time, like they've been doing habitually, or most recently, I think it's going to turn out really well.